Chapter 12. The Pit and the Pendulum. Within second layer of the hills, you came across the Ash Empress Valley, only to have to hide as the tyrant herself approached. Nefara. Okay. That's her. The queen of all. Don't call her that, Nia. Wallace nudges Ashy into his side, standing protectively in front of her. Nia, can you... At the wave of Nia's hand, you suddenly hear the voices of your friends in your head. Maybe it's just me, but she kind of resembles Valix, but so does Valak, too, does anyway. I see pieces of myself in each of them. Just look at all that gold she's wearing. I'm not sure I've ever seen that much in one place, aside from, you know, the warrior. It's not gold that makes a queen. The rampant abysses of power, though, that'll do it. Can we talk about... Could you all shut the hell up? If you're all in my head, you know, the reek of authoritism. She does look familiar in a way, doesn't she? She's exactly as I imagine her, believe it or not. The beauty of cruelty, if such a thing can be considered beautiful. Now, if we wish to listen more, I suggest we move someplace slightly less exposed. There's an outcropping over there that should accommodate. You count, a little stunned at the realization of the size of your group. 7 people, 1 god, and 2 animal companions? It is really impressive that we're stealthy as we are. Following Bakshi's lead, you tiptoe between the rocks as careful as you can, straining to hear the conversation. You keep coming here, as if my answer is going to change. It will not. You will learn, my love, if it takes another millennia or 10. You will learn. You see the Ash Empress wrath inside Volley now. There's a softness there, too, of veil of pain that it's clear she's having to fight through. This was who you hoped to reach when you tried to reconcile with the Empress on the battlefield, the person who wears her regret on her sleeve. This is barely enough time to contemplate all ways you hurt me, all the ways you hurt them. Suddenly you hear a small clatter behind you as some rocks break beneath Imtora's heel. What was that? Make Tyrell, make it look natural. You catch Cheryl's eye, then turn your gaze as a small pile of stones on the edge of the stream that flows beside Valley's cage. Think you can make it look like it's just the stream moving some rocks? We'll try. He makes a quick gesture, pulling some water towards the rock with true magic, so they clack loudly together. Nefara frowns and turns back to Valley. Perhaps I shall have to move your accommodations to more stable ground. You always were so considerate. Great job, Tyrell. With the High Queen adequately distracted, you push forward until you're hidden safely behind a large outcropping of rocks. You're in a dark mood today. Are the twins giving you trouble? Nothing about me is dark, and you need not trouble yourself. This complication is well within my control. And what about the Realm Walker? Is she in your control as well? Well, Nefara just got clued in we exist. You know, and that she knows we exist, so then that knows, yeah. It is a challenge more than a question. Nefara bares her perfect teeth, and responds. She is tiresome but confined, just as you are. Is she baiting Nefara to get us more information? Everything seems to be tiring to you now, my love. Your power wanes, and yet you still seek to strain it. My power does not wane. In fact, the ritual is almost complete. It In less than a day I will leave you to contemplate your trespasses for a very long time. A day? We'll stop her, don't worry. But if she already has all the components she needs, then we steal them. Whatever it takes to stop the ritual to stop her. Damn straight. Do you know anything about the ritual, Bakshi? No, Nefara simply told us to prepare to return to the world above. Why, Nefara? You never tell me why. Nefara steps closer to the force field, her expression softening as she reaches out and caresses it. We will ascend, my love. Wipe the world clean, begin again, rule as we were always meant to. You mean you will? You know what you have to do to join me, my love. You can't even imagine all the plans I have. You strain your ears, but Nefara has leaned in close to whisper to Vali in a mocking tone. Damn it, she's too quiet. I think we can get closer if we squeeze between those rocks, but there's only enough room for 3 people. How about it, Rain? Violet? I'm not sure I can be as stealthy as you like, Mal. I'm not feeling fully present. Let me come with. Perhaps my cultural knowledge would be of some value. Ashy flutters up into Mal's arms. He's so cute. If Limoth is coming, I'm coming. Who said Ashy was coming? Yeah, no, that little glare right there said Ashy's coming. She does. Valley does seem to be getting Nefara to share far more than I have heard. The risk is great, but I suspect the reward will be even greater. Let's get closer. Mal cradles Ashy carefully as the 3 of you pick your way closer to Nefara and Valley. He's so cute, I want to pet you every time I see you. You squeeze yourself into a narrow crevice near the force field alongside Mal and Tyrrell, all 3 of you tucked between 2 sets of jutting rock. Let the gossip begin. I don't understand you, my love. You should at least be happy for me. Happy for you, happy for you. I suppose I have no happiness left, Nefara. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I have cried, I have sacrificed, I have given all my happiness to you, and you've left me with nothing. I gave you everything. Not everything. Not... I allowed you to create your elves. Our elves, our children. I made them for you. Valley created the elves? Well, that's going to upset a lot of people topside. Let's see if they believe us. There are still those who doubt the proof Nee and I offered what we discovered in Zeradoon. Don't underestimate the power of ideas, elf boy. Ideas are nearly impossible to kill. Mal's right. Even just the whisper of this could change everything, especially if we tell people who the Mother of Grey really is. Assuming we can tell them after we take out Nefara. Nagashi agrees, or is hungry or thirsty. Why am I in charge of her again? Because you're, I don't know, cute. You're doing great, Mal. You said you'd love them too. I thought if I showed you how perfectly they could fulfill your dream, our dream, you would slow, or even stop. I'd hope somehow that you could see the perfection in their flaws, just as I saw perfection in your own. They don't have. If that were true, there would have no need to divide the realm, would there? If the light you claim you are made of is so perfect, why are the elves who I made of the very same light not? Being made of light is the very thing that has corrupted us. If we had been made of true magic. I don't think it's that simple, Tyrrell. Life is the thing doing the corrupting, elf boy. Doesn't matter what you're made of at the start. If you had accepted your emotions, my emotions, theirs, ceded like just a sliver of control, loved our chaos as much as you say you loved me. I do love. She catches herself. I did love you. No, I don't recognize you anymore. The soft beauty you only just began to get used to melts away to reveal a more familiar face. Would you prefer the face of your failure? Is this simple for you? It was simpler from me. Even when every breath was agony, loneliness, and rage, it was simpler. She snaps her fingers, and the ashen from warm disappears like a poof of smoke rolling off her body. I won't say you turned me into a monster, because you're not capable of that. You're not capable of anything without me. You create these things, but they don't grow, they don't change, they rot from within, my love. Or have you solved that little problem yet? Ew? Explains why my daggers seem to pass straight through them. At least now we know Nephara's weakness. It's the constructs her ego volley. I got to thinking about it. I think it's her ego. Constructs, no, because we took out the one she didn't really notice. But ego. She thinks she's so much better than everyone else. She's bound to underestimate us. Indeed, her pride would be her downfall. And that will make kicking her ass even more satisfying. Your attention is abruptly drawn back to the couple as their hushed whispers become loud shouting that echoes through the rocks. I gave you a chance! A healthy relationship doesn't have ultimatums. I think that might be our cue to leave. See, even Ashy agrees. As much as I wish to hear more, I think we have pushed our luck far enough. You're right. We've learned everything we can. Let's get back to the others while we have the chance. But can you wait up, Mal? Sure thing, kid. Just let me... Mal tries to hand Ash off to Tyrell, but she refuses to let go, clinging desperately to Mal. Yes, I hear you. You're the one who wanted animals to like you. I wanted them not to maul me, that's different. I'll be going then. Trip, elf boy. I won't be there to catch you. I shall endeavor to be defter than your whip. It won't be difficult. Before Mal can respond, Tyrell is wriggling his way at a rock, leaving you alone. Mal, tell me we'll never fight like that. Of course we won't. Why would you ever think that? It's just, she said they'd been together for thousands of years, and look what happened. We're going to be down here forever too. What if we change? And we'll change together. That's the secret, I think. Not that I'm an expert or anything. He's so cute. She's always taking your side. It's refreshing. Just promise me that if there is ever a time I'm making you unhappy, that you'll tell me. He reaches over and takes your hand, squeezing it lightly. That's not possible. As long as I'm with you, I'm happy. Even when I'm upset or frustrated, knowing that you're there by my side, that makes it all the easier to deal with. I'm just glad I could help. And with that, you and Mal carefully slip back through the rocks to reunite with the rest of your party. We must move quickly, Rain. We should continue searching for the exit while the High Queen is occupied. Yeah, she's occupied. This is our chance to fight her. Our magic is still limited down here. And hers isn't. How about we have this conversation when we're not at the risk of being discovered? That'd be great. Your companions fall in the line as you sneak further away, putting a welcome distance between you and Nephara. So, what's the plan, Rain? I don't think we should fight. I think that's a little silly. Really do. Maybe the god-killing weapon was real. Ariana was just exploiting it either way. It would be nice to have an army at our back. Indeed. I believe we stand a much better chance with Serena and the rebellion's assistance. The sounds of two goddesses arguing become softer as you push forward, but just when you think you're in the clear, you hear a burst of music. And where are you going, beloved? Ittar, no, not like this, beloved. Please don't do this to me. I am doing this for you. Can't we talk about this? I mean, before anyone does anything rash? Bakshi glances back in the direction of Nefara. I'm sorry, my love, please forgive me, but you must not alert Nefara. The words leave Bakshi's lips before Ittar can stop. They let out a sigh as they raise their paintbrush, the tip glowing a sickly green. Your many talents are nearly immeasurable, Bakshi, but battle isn't one of them. I don't have to alert Nefara. Your accomplice's screams will do that for me. Add more targets. You imagine the field is filled with people. 100 targets, all just indistinguishable from you and your friends. I hope this doesn't make things too hard for you. I see your reputation for being annoying is well earned. Ittar lashes out wildly, differently colored paints flying through the air so quickly all you can do is dodge. Bakshi, a little help here. I cannot give another command. If I do, this one will break, and Ittar will bring Nefara down upon us. Then perhaps try reasoning with him. Bakshi rushes forward, getting between you and their partner. Beloved, please, we know what Nefara wishes to do, and it is far worse than we could imagine. I have imagined it, Bakshi. I have seen it in my head. It is a whore, but I would allow every whore in the world if it meant saving you. Ittar steps to the side to send a spray of fire out from their paintbrush, catching Aaron even as he tries to roll out of the way. Ah! Come on, Bakshi, get through to them. Ittar, I know you won't hurt me. I will not, I will never. But you hurt me, Bakshi. You've risked what I love most for these children. Can't you see that by hurting them, you're hurting me? Not as much as she will hurt you if you continue this. She draws a symbol in the air, a ribbon of shining light, which suddenly springs out and wraps itself around Valix like a snake. Valix, let go of me! Her eyes are panicked as she struggles, only for the ribbon to tighten, crushing her. Stop fighting and come with me to Nefara, and I will not kill the nameless goddess child. Don't listen to them, Rain. They'll just kill us all anyway. Try to see how this ends. You close your eyes and search for anything apart from death and cruelty you found amid the choking sands and jagged rocks. Then you see it, actually kneeling within the hellish waste, a look of exhaustion on their face. Thank you, my heart. Thank you. As you come back to the present, you hold up your hands in surrender, looking to your friends, so they do the same. We'll come with you, but this won't end the way you think it. Pray that it doesn't. Ittar forces you to lead the way back to Nefara. Soon as she spots you, she looks as if she's seen a ghost. Where did you find the Realm Walker? She and her companions were spying on you, Highness. We were... You are not one of the ones I wish to hear from. With a wave of Nefara's hand, Hero's mouth snaps shut, and you look around and find the rest of your friends similarly unable to speak, all but you. Your attention is drawn back to Avali. She slams her fist into the force field, eyes blazing with fury as she looks at Valak, still trapped by Ittar's spell. Let go of her this instant, Itari, or I will... Valak is yanked into the air over to Nefara, even as the ribbon of light holding her melts away. Leave her alone. I will kill you, Nefara! Nefara ignores you both, going to take Valak's chin between her fingers. Valak snaps at them, her teeth clacking together as she misses. You're slipping, Valley. You have the nerve to criticize my work when you made this pathetic creature. All that strength and no will or wit to go with it. Valix is better than you'll ever be. Navora laughs. You've forgotten what the word construct means. It is a simple tool, limited in its scope, abilities, yet useful in certain respects. I am a god. Valix is more than a construct. She's her own person. I'm sure she thinks that. One of the little quirks of Ollie's creations, but it's an illusion. Valix seems lost to all but herself, her eyes nearly closed, fear turned to grief, and then acquiescence. A very dull. Your pawn has lost her fighting spirit, Volley. Now, my little god of water. Ittar leaves Valix floating beside her. She turns to face Bakshi, who winces but steps forward. Yes? All this fuss for the lives of a few mortals. Did you truly think you could abandon your family without consequence? Tell me, Bakshi, does betrayal without consequences sound like a good story to you? Navora, you're the villain in the story. Villainy implies that an education of a mortality you're not capable of. Morality requires perspective. An insect cannot fully comprehend the table leg it tries to climb, or the foot that waits above it. That foot can still feel a sting, though. You really think you're the first to defy me this way? I wish I could stop you, show you the leap and heap of heroic corpses that lie behind you, but the hills clean up after themselves, bless them. You said I could take Bakshi home, my queen. May we take our leave? I will not be dragged away like some child, Ittar. I will defend these mortals, even if it means my death. I don't think you comprehend what you're inviting, Bakshi. Allow me to show you. Navora strikes out, grabbing Valix by the throat and starting to squeeze. No! Mally screams, pounding at the walls of her cage as Bakshi goes to for Ittar and the rest of your friends scramble for their weapons. Steal her power. You lift your hands and reach out with your magic, hooking it into Navora and pulling. You haven't seen this before, have you? Navora's power floods into you, and you grin as you spot her knees starting to buckle. Then she hurls Valix through the air right at you, breaking the concentration as you catch her in your arms. Valix, are you alright? Priestess, I've been looking forward to this. You look up in just in time to see Nia throw up a barrier as a beam of light flashes out from Navora, sending her flying into the nearby rocks. You reach into your bag and draw out the wisp lantern, opening it to release the creature inside. The wisp splits into 100 tiny little fires, surrounding Navora like a swarm of bees. You think these... The roving flames strike out, pricking and burning Navora as a strange tinkling of bells fills the air. Pretty and deadly. Just how I like 'em. Doesn't seem like Navora is such a big fan. Enough! With a snarl, Navora twists her hand, bringing all the small fires together again before she snuffs out the flame. Imtora, take care of Alex. Get her to safety. You got it, Rain. Navora takes a menacing step towards Nina, who's still prone on the ground. I have to get Nafora's attention, and fast. You know, Navora, it's pretty sad you're having to fight us yourself. I mean, aren't you supposed to be a queen? She immediately weeps around to face you, furious. You dare. Though I guess you don't have much of a choice, given that your own creations are rotting from the inside out. You know not what you speak, child. Oh, I know that you can't seem to hold a relationship together. I mean, just look what happened between you and Volley. With a furious shout, she sends a beam of light at you, but in a rage, it goes wide. Missed me. You rush over to Nia's Tyrrell mouthling daggers and magic, but Aaron is already helping her up, scowling as he turns back to the battlefield. What's the matter? I can't seem to get the magic to, I don't know, work. You're thinking too hard about it, Aaron. You have to feel. Use your shame, your guilt. Use something. Navarre easily dodges Tyrrell Mal and then snaps her fingers and sends a wall of light bearing down on you. I am not standing by and watching these people get hurt. Not again! Shadowy tendrils erupt from his back and hands, cutting clean through the light until there's nothing left of it. I wasn't finished. Your eyes go wide as another wall of light comes barreling towards you. Get out of the way, use my scythe to vault over it. Shouldn't you be protecting everyone at this point, though? You jump from rock to rock, climbing as high as you can until you do a quick flip and land on the other side. Try again. Nice one, Kit. Rain, look out! Too late. You turn just as a golden rope coils around you and yanks you off your feet. You are starting to annoy me. With a flick of her wrist, you're thrown through the air right into a solid barrier of Valley's cage. As you push yourself out, Valley presses against the other side of the force field. Let me help! You think I'm that stupid? You cannot match her, I can. And why should I trust you? Because no one hates her more than me, and she already has hurt the one I care most for. I have failed in so many ways, Rain, as a ruler, a mother. Let me do the one thing you know I'm good at. Free her from her cage. Fine. I feel like it doesn't mean much because it's a diamond choice. Alright, fine. But Valix will decide what to do with you after. Maybe she'll be kind, maybe she won't. Either way, I wouldn't blame her. Neither would I. The weight of my sins cannot be repaid. I am not going to add to that debt. Alright, then how do I free you? I'll energize the force field from this side. That should weaken it enough that one strike from you will destroy it. Valley places her hand on the clear surface and you watch as the bubble starts to thrum. Strike her with a weapon, use my magic, just punch it. Use a weapon, just in case. Summoning your spectral weapons, you draw it back as you prepare to strike. Conserving your resources. Good. I don't want to hear it. You slam the weapon in the force field and it breaks apart. At the same time, the bubble bursts into a shower of silver shards. Finally. She makes a series of surprisingly delicate gestures, and a swirl of shadow suddenly become a feline form, the next a feathered beast. Protect the mortals, my sweets. You try to calm your heart as the creatures go bounding towards your friends, but they do as Valley says, taking up defensive positions. Gods, it's nice to have these guys on our side this time. Folly! Navarro's voice echoes to the valley, her eyes burning with light and rage as they focus on the god beside you. Be with you in a moment, dear. The very earth springs up all around Navarro, cutting her off from the rest of you. Valley? What else can you do? Far more than your tiny mortal mind can imagine. You really don't know how to be a team player, do you? I have not had the occasion, not in a very long time. Now let me do what I promised I would. Valley rushes forward, only be thrown back as the earth surrounding the forest is blown apart in a massive pillar of light. You and your pathetic creations will pay for that. A blast of light emanates out from her very being, heading right towards you and the rest of your friends. One of the Panthers leaps at Imtora, knocking her down to the safety of a cluster of rocks. Good kitty. Eek. You gasp as you're suddenly lifted in the air and out of the light's path by a massive clawed foot. no! I don't like heights! You watch as Nia and Aaron are lifted in the air alongside you, while Imtora, Mal, and Valix are nestled safely behind the rocks. But Tyrrell's in the middle of a battlefield all alone. Tyrrell. Rain. Your Griffin dives, but you're too far away. Goodbye, little elf. The fear is clear in Tyrrell's eyes as the light bears down on him, but just before it hits, a wall of shadow carves through the landscape to shield him. There are two types of magic clash, sending out a concussive burst of force that sends you all crashing to the ground, including Nefara. Rain, no. Teamwork makes the dream work. Scrambling to your feet, you rush at Nefara, tackling her back to the ground as she goes to push herself up. She's all yours, Valley. Get off of me! Get... You turn to see a wicked blade of shadow embedded in her leg. Nice one. You dare! With a snarl, Nefara launches you off her with another emanation of light, but tendrils of shadow catch you and set you back on the ground. It felt good. I think I'd like to do it again. Enough! A whip of pure light appears in her hands, and she lashes out at you, only for Valley to catch the end twisting the cord around her fingers. I can stall her, but I cannot defeat her, not on my own. She looks over at Bakshi and Ittar, who are still locked in battle across the barren landscape. They are stronger together, but we will need them both. Go! You let Valley loose and got one up on Nefara. Buy us as much time as you can. I will. May the stars guide your feet, Rain. You turn back to the rest of your friends. Valley has Nefara. Come with me. They rush after you as you approach Ittar and Bakshi, the fireworks of Nefari and Valley's battle fading to a dull roar behind you. Beloved, please, listen to me. I am listening. But don't you see, dear mind, resistance is futile. Oh, Ashy gonna get her. Says Wallace. Ashy jumps onto Wallace's back and the two charge straight for Ittar. Ashy, Wallace, no! Fear grips your heart as Ittar raises her paintbrush, but a moment later Wallace and Ashy are encased in a translucent bubble. Dear heart, I am not a monster, Bakshi. Then why don't you help us? It seems targeting the construct was incorrect. Perhaps if I subdue you, the rest of your companions will surrender. Before you can move, Ittar raises their paintbrush, the color turning pitch black. Order them to stop. Not just Bakshi can use this trick. You push magic in your voice, recalling the power in Bakshi's tone every time as he gives an order. Ittar, stop. They slow, their eyes burning as they fight your will. It doesn't last long, but it's enough to stop their attack. You stop. Listen, I want to, but you're not giving me much of a choice. Get their paintbrush. Your friends leap in action, with Tyrrell, Mal, and Imtor all rushing at Ittar from different sides, weapons drawn. You can't dodge all three of us. Don't tempt them, elf boy. Less talking, more hitting. Ittar dodges the first couple swipes when Valak, still wary, raises her hand and causes shadow to engulf their legs, holding them in place. Stay still. Allow me. A tendril of shadow whips out from Aaron's back and grabs the paintbrush, yanking it from Ittar's hand. I got it! Nia leaps up to catch the paintbrush, clutching it tightly in her hands. Ittar sighs. You're simply delaying the inevitable. But as they go to summon another one, Bakshi catches the wrist, bringing their hand to rest over their heart. I know you think I chose them over you, beloved. I didn't. I don't think you chose them over me. You chose them over yourself, Bakshi. Over your own safety. I can't allow that. I won't. There's no safety, Ittar. Not here, not anywhere. Not while you're still living under the tyrant. Bakshi, saw how the people of the world above and below suffered because of Navara and decided to do something about it. Ittar... If you truly love Bakshi, you'd support them. I love Bakshi more than you or anyone else could comprehend. You've got a funny way of showing it, because all I see is you constantly getting in the way of their dreams. Right now, you're literally fighting over them. No, that's not... I wish you would trust me, as you once did, dear heart. Ittar's face twists with pain and confusion, and then finally, comprehension. I never wanted to take your will away from you, beloved. You did not tell me you were hurting before, but how could I be sure you would tell me everything now? Ittar, I did not tell you then because I didn't want to hurt you, because I've seen what you do when I'm hurt. And what do? Their sadness is in their eyes as Bakshi cups her cheek, but longing too. That you're doing right now. It becomes the only thing you think about, to the detriment of all else. You do come off a little intense. And that's putting it mildly. Now, Princeling, something you gotta do. Give a moment, some space. I have never known you to do that. I know you want to protect me, but you will never stop me from fighting her, my heart. If these mortals are to meet their end, I will too. Let us face her together. Indulge me. Bakshi nudges them gently, even a little playfully, and Ittar cracks a smile. I know you love to indulge me. If that is what you wish for, then you shall have it. Oh, they're cute. I knew they would be. Ittar draws Bakshi into their arms, and light floods the space as they meet in a kiss, as though the depths of their bond is too great to be seen. God, my eyes, God, help it! Interesting, we've done fusion now. I didn't know this was Dragon Ball. As the light fades, someone new, someone whole appears, floating in the space where Bakshi and Ittar once stood. Listen, I can't do echoey voices, don't even at me, we're not even gonna try. Greetings, Rain. I am Ulun. Complete love, complete understanding. Their voice is twofold, but melodic. They sound somehow like the way that seeing a truly great piece of art feels. How the hell does that work? Ulun? Can we take down Navara now? Nothing would give me more pleasure. Then, let's end this once and for all. Navara, remember us? Navara whips around her face, her forehead creasing with confusion that rapidly turns to rage. Ittar, Bakshi, you traitors, abominations, I forbid it. I forbade it long ago. It is a new day, High Queen, one the bards will sing about for centuries to come. Centuries you will not get to see. And a swirl of Shadow Valley appears in front of Alex, standing protectively in front of her. Mother? Stay behind me. You will not defy your queen. Navara snarls as she charges for Ulun, light beginning to suffuse her entire body. But Ulun is unfazed, merely summoning a large staff that resembles a paintbrush on one end and a quill on the other. I'll help by enchanting their weapon. You run your hand through the air as if sliding it along their staff, and small bursts of electricity ripple across the weapon. Thank you, Rain. Always glad to be of service. Ulun rushes forward, easily weaving through the beams of light Navara conjures to defend herself. They smash their staff into the side of her face, and your magic electricity crackles across her skin. A tiny trickle of blood runs down Nefaro's forehead. She touches it slowly, and her lip quivers, her eyes wide. But before she can recover, you rush forward and smash your fist into her cheek, knocking her headpiece askew. You held your own against Nefaro. That's like being Mr. Hercule and being like, yeah, well, Vegeto's there. That's called pain. You'll get used to it. Something shifts in the air all around you, and Nefaro begins to glow. How sweet. How inspiring. You've brought me the lovers together, Realm Walker, and now you think you can hurt the High Queen. You might be greater than the sum of your parts, Elune, but nothing is greater than me. Flashbang. You're abruptly blinded as brilliant white light consumes Nefara, forming a ball around her that grows in a massive size. Where is she? I can't... A voice that burns. You want to follow your heart, children? I'll take it then. No! Too late. You see Nefara's gleaming hand reach for Elune's chest. But then, one shatters into two, and you watch in horror as Ittar shoves Bakshi to the ground just as Nefara's fist passes straight through their chest. Farewell, my love. Ittar's body lands heavily. Bakshi crawls to them, tears already streaking down their face as Nefara stands before you, Ittar's heart in her hand. No. No! Bakshi's wails fill the air, and the ground beneath your feet start to splinter and shake. What's happening? A god has been killed here. We must go before this place is torn asunder. Get Bakshi. I will slow Nefara down. Valley dashes towards Nefara with a cry of rage and a wave of shadow, but Bakshi doesn't react as you approach. Bakshi, I'm so sorry, but we have to go. No, Rain. It is over. Leave us. Leave me. Bakshi kisses Ittar's head, rocking their corpse in their arms as they weep. My love, my love, my love, I'm here. We won't ever part again. I'm here. We can't just leave you here. We need your help. We need... Mal takes your hand, squeezing it tightly. Let Bakshi go, kid. If we drag Bakshi away, all we'd be doing is hurting them worse. Before you can respond, you feel shadows start to swirl around you, pulling you into a dark embrace. Valley, you will not get away! The last thing you see as reality fades from view is Bakshi, still clutching Ittar's body. You saved them, Ittar. You saved them. Thank you, my heart. Thank you. I need a moment. So for things like that, kind of have to dig into your emotions. And so, yeah, Bakshi was authentic for me. So we'll go with that. So, kind of have to, be able to read again. And also, just also see through my eyes. Let's just say, I think it's raining. Anyway, if you get that reference, you get a point. Otherwise, hopefully you all did enjoy the video. Doing voicing and things like this, I throw myself into it like a lot of actors do into voice work. At least the good ones. And sometimes they need a moment in the booth or whatnot to, get their emotions under control, whether it be crying, anger, whatnot, because we're pulling on something. So yeah, just think about that for a minute. So, yeah. So first and foremost, if you did enjoy the video, and enjoy the work that I do here, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. please make sure to subscribe. Be a part of our, not just community, but a family. That's what I look at it as. That's how I treat it. And, you know, that's just how I feel about it. This here is our family. And I can honestly say that. And, yeah. Otherwise, if you want to consider supporting the channel, there is a pinned comment down below, but there's also the fact that you can hit the join button, right? And this is a way of becoming, you know, just saying, hey, for the low cost of far cheaper than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, or, you know, something of more, you know, you can select any of the tier that you want, first, second, or third, and you also get little badges next to your name, and also the fact that you also will be able to use a bunch of emojis on our chat, comments, streams, etc. So consider checking all those out. Oh, and then also consider the thanks button. It's a button you hit, and you can give how much ever you want, but, you know, really cool feature that you can say, hey, I really like this episode and chapter, and, you know, want to, you know, give back. This is how much it's worth to me. It's completely up to you, but it is greatly appreciated, and help does go towards, you know, VIP, diamonds, other new content, especially if you're wanting new games. This is how you do it. All right. So you can always leave a message too when you hit that. You know, like there's a little message you can type, and, you know, it'd be great to hear from you too. Also, always love to hear from you in the comment section below. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Means a lot to me that each and every one of you tune in, and especially get to the end of this video. So, aside from that, wow. This kind of reminds me of a God of War in a way, where, you know, whenever a god was killed, at least in some of the earlier games, a lot happened, a lot changed. A lot of oomphs happened, and it's really cool that that kind of has been a thing throughout a lot of games and gaming as we know it, is whenever, like, a person of immense power is taken out, then, you know, something happens. Now, I don't know. I don't know what will happen with Bakshi. I really don't. You know, will there be kind of like a one-up where, because they fused, because Bakshi shared that moment where they became one complete being again, will Bakshi's heart have perhaps enough like energy, or maybe because they share the same heart, no pun intended, but there is kind of a pun there, maybe Ittar will be revived, maybe they'll come back as one. Will there be some all-powerful thing, or will this be something that is very, yeah, Nefara coming back on the team? I think that's a one-up. I don't know. Let me know if you didn't pick that choice. Let me know what happened for you. I guess we'll see. But, I mean, they might use the illusion of Nefara getting out. Either way. I don't know from you guys' perspective of not picking those diamond choices. Let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Peace out.